Good afternoon students. I welcome you all to the class of enzymes. In the last class, hope you all would have seen the link what I have posted for the derivation of Michaelis-Menten and Lineweaver plot. Now we'll be moving to part 3 portion of enzymes. So last class is considered as part 2 of enzymes. The content of the today's class is enzyme inhibitors with examples. Enzyme inhibitors with examples. Let's move on to the enzyme inhibitors. An enzyme inhibitor is a molecule that disrupts the normal reaction pathway between an enzyme and a substrate. What is the enzyme inhibitor? A molecule that disrupts the normal reaction pathway between an enzyme and a substrate. So it inhibits the actual enzyme and substrate reaction. Inhibits, that is called enzyme inhibitors. You can observe the picture. Reaction and inhibition is given. Actual enzyme action is given in the first portion, and inhibition of enzyme action is given in the second portion. Coming to types of enzyme inhibitors, there are specific and non-specific inhibitors, and specific reversible and irreversible inhibitors. They can reverse the enzyme action or reverse the enzyme action. Once the product is formed, it cannot be reversed. Likewise, non-specific also of two types, irreversible and denaturation enzymes. In reversible, specific enzyme inhibitors are competitive, non-competitive, uncompetitive, allosteric and feedback inhibitors. These are the most important inhibitors in clinical field to be discussed now. And as per denaturation, what are the processes? Non-specific enzyme inhibitors will inhibit the enzyme action, means acids and bases, temperature, alcohol, heavy metals and reducing agents. In coming to reversible inhibitors, the most important part is reversible inhibitors. We will see brief about those. What are reversible inhibitors? Competitive, non-competitive, uncompetitive, allosteric and feedback inhibitors. Firstly, competitive inhibitors. What is competitive inhibitor? It is an inhibitor that resembles the normal substrate, binds to the enzyme, usually at the active site of a substrate. Active site of enzyme present in the enzyme for substrate. This active site is present in the enzyme for substrate and prevents the substrate from binding. And observe the image. Enzyme with active site is given where substrate comes and binds. Before that, inhibitor binds to enzyme for the same place, so that substrate reaction is inhibited totally. And this table represents example for competitive inhibitors with clinical applications. Penicillin inhibitor is drug penicillin. Enzyme focused is transpeptidase. Disease treated is bactericidal. So penicillin acts like competitive inhibitor to transpeptidase. Likewise, sulfonamides, trimethoprim, pyrimethamine, methotrexate, 6-mercaptopurine, 5-fluorouracil, azoxystrine, cytosine, arabinoside, acyclovir. These are considered as competitive inhibitors, drug substances used for different diseases through inhibiting enzymes competitively. Coming to non-competitive inhibitor, it is nothing but the inhibitor reduces the activity of the enzyme and binds equally well to the enzyme whether or not it has already bound to the substrate. Where if enzyme is binding to the substrate or not, the inhibitor will bind to the some other site of enzyme, and it modifies the enzyme active site for binding it with substrate. Thereby, no reaction occurs. This is non-competitive inhibition. Examples for non-competitive inhibitors are acetazolamide, aspirin, disulfiram, omeprazole, digoxin, these are the drugs as inhibitors. Thiophyllene, propyl thiouracil, lovastatin, sildenafil, this all acts on the enzyme like acetazolamide for carbonic anhydrase, aspirin and indomethacin for cyclooxygenase, then aldehyde dehydrogenase, so on. All the enzymes, it will be the particular drug focuses on particular enzyme for non-competitive inhibition, and the process may be reversed. Once the drug action is over, the process may be reversed. That is why reversible inhibitors these are. Coming to uncompetitive inhibition, it is known as anti-competitive inhibition. It takes place when an enzyme inhibitor binds only to the complex formed between enzyme and the substrate. When inhibition occurs, once enzyme and substrate forms complex, it inhibits product formation by binding to the enzyme substrate complex. Okay, the picture shows when enzyme without reacting with the substrate, the uncompetitive inhibitor will not interact with the active site. It will be interacting once the enzyme substrate complex forms. That is called as uncompetitive inhibitor or anti-competitive inhibitor. Example for anti-competitive inhibitor or uncompetitive inhibitor is probenecide on zidovudine, a potent HIV inhibitor through glucuronidation pathway. Okay. Coming to allosteric inhibition, it is otherwise known as negative allosteric modulation. Negative means inhibition process only here mentioned as negative or reduction, whatever we can say, occurs when the binding of one ligand decreases the affinity for substrate at other active sites. Binding of one ligand decreases the affinity for substrate at other active site. So allosteric site an enzyme will be having to that inhibitor is bind to inhibit the substrate activity to the active site on the enzyme. That means a conformational change occurs on the enzyme. You can observe the image where the active site structure is changed, thereby substrate cannot interact there, thereby it inhibits allosteric way. So it is called as allosteric inhibition. Example for allosteric inhibitor is given here. The main most important allosteric enzyme is phosphofructokinase, a familiar enzyme you will come across in the glycolysis pathway of carbohydrate metabolism. Then coming to feedback inhibition, it is nothing but a cellular control mechanism in which an enzyme's activity is inhibited by the enzyme's end product. End product will inhibit whole pathway. Okay, once the product is formed, the product itself inhibits the metabolic pathway. That is called feedback inhibition. An example for feedback inhibitor is formation of isoleucine from threonine inhibits the enzyme 1 involved in the pathway, where it has the whole pathway has 5 enzymes. After once the product is formed, it inhibits enzyme 1. Coming to correlation of enzyme inhibitors. So we have discussed about reversible inhibitors of 4 types: competitive, non-competitive, uncompetitive, allosteric and feedback inhibition. These are the inhibition processes we will be coming across during your discussion through metabolic pathways and important inhibitory processes. Okay, so that we have not discussed regarding irreversible and other inhibition processes. These are important inhibitors, those coming under reversible inhibition processes. Coming to correlation of inhibitors, whatever we have discussed is focused here. What is competitive, non-competitive and uncompetitive inhibitors. Then comparison of enzyme inhibition through enzyme kinetics. That is Michaelis-Menten and line waiver plot. Through those two plots, inhibition is compared. And just observe the plots, how Vmax and Km is affected by 2 plots. Okay, for each competitive, non-competitive and uncompetitive inhibition process. Thank you all for patient listening. In the next class, we'll be discussing part 4 of enzymes. Okay, hope you have understood about enzyme inhibitors with examples. Thank you.